Welcome to part 2, people. In this tutorial we'll see how to create a custom slider component or a custom slider. In part number 1 we are actually seeing how the action script fires it, and I promised you in part number 2 I'll be explaining how did I actually change the slider structure or the thumb structure. So let's begin. File, new, right, new action script 3 file, change the color of the stage to this color. Okay, let me change the size to, let's say, 500 by 110. The stage color, by the way, is a pound sign CCC, right? And then click on the library tab, click on the components, pull out the slider component, push it on inside the library. Okay, now I need to create the structure that I'll be using as the thumb that I need to drag. Okay, so let me go back to properties panel. Let me click on the rectangle primitive tool. People, have a look that the in the rectangle options is being set to a complete 100 to give it a nice roundedness. Right, let me draw out a rounded rectangle. Any size is fine. Okay, and then let me resize it to 13 by 6. Important, people, that you set it to 13 by 6. Okay, this becomes so small that I need to zoom in, let's say at 400%. Next, people, what I need to do is I need to apply to it a linear gradient. Let's open up the color swatch. Okay, make sure that it's set to a linear gradient, people, not a solid color, a linear gradient. In a manner, see, it's important that this color stopper is set to white and this color stopper is set to black. Right, once we are done, let me right click and say convert to symbol, keeping the registration point top left. Let me say OK. Apply a bevel filter by clicking on this add filter button and selecting bevel. Okay, this is the structure that I would want to use as the thumb on the slider component. Let me select and say cut. From the library, let me drop in the slider component onto the stage. Let me double click and zoom in at 400%. I'm going to do the skinning now. Okay, so people, first things first, let me get into the view the thumb up skin, which is this. Let me double click. Okay, and you can check in the properties that it's actually a shape and placed at -6.5 by 0 with 13, height 30. I'm going to delete it and say Control V to push in my symbol in that I've just created, setting the X and Y at -6.5 and 0. Right, you can see that the only difference is that the earlier structure, the thumb, was 13 by 13. This is 13 by 6, but which is fine. Right, let me go back one level. Let me select the thumb over skin. Let me double click. Let me select and delete this shape, push my symbol in and place it at X -6.5 by 0. Right, go back one level. Right, I'm going to replace the thumb down skin as well. Double click, delete the shape, push my shape in at -6.5 by 0. Okay, and go back up one level. Right, I'm gonna change the tick now. Let me double click, reach the level of the shape. As you can see right now, I'm gonna change the color to a complete black, pitch black, and I'm gonna push the tick to -5, which is 5 pixels upwards. Right, and I'm actually done, sorted, people. So let me zoom in at, let's say, an 80%, and then I can delete this slider component. It'll still be there in the library. Deleting from the stage doesn't mean it's actually left the library. And then I'm gonna get in the action script that we had discussed in part number 1. Let me copy it and let me push it into the new file. Let's say paste. All right, let me save the file up. let's say save, and let me call it new ns. Okay, new it's not new ns, I'm sorry, it'll be new slider. Okay, and let's save it, and the time is ripe to test. Control enter. Right, so it's so easy to actually create a custom slider. So in part number 1 we discussed the action script. In part number 2 we see how we apply the bevel, how we change the default structure, how we change the color of the tick and push it 5 pixels upwards. Right, so people, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope to see you coming back for more and more. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.